Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and today I want to talk about healing. A lot of us who are chronically ill are chasing healing. So if this is you where you're chasing health, you're chasing healing, you want it so bad. You want so badly to be healed. You need so badly to be healthy, to get out of this pain, to have this symptom go away. You're chasing it. You're needing it. You're wanting it. You're in a vibration of neediness and helplessness, right? This is your vibration. This is the reason you're not healing. So what if we stopped chasing it? What if we stopped doing everything we could to get this health, to get this healing? And we allowed it to come to us. So take that in for a minute. What if we stopped chasing and we stopped needing it and trying to get it? Trying. We're always doing something to try to get this thing that we want so badly, which is health, healing, right? To get out of this pain. We want this so badly. What if we allowed health to come to us? I'm going to break this down in this video. Okay, so take a deep breath. And now we're going to try to receive. Okay, we're going to receive health. What does that mean? What does that look like? Don't be so confused. I know it's hard not to get in our head and overanalyze this. But receiving is first about getting into the present moment and being grounded right here, right now, and receiving what's here for us right now. How do you receive health? What healing, what parts of health, what is available to you right now from this world? What can you receive? What can you receive? What healing can you receive right now? How can you receive some better health right now? Right? How can you receive an easier time? How can you receive less symptoms? How can you receive more of the health that you want? So just sit with that for a minute, because it can be very overwhelming, and it can seem very counterintuitive. What do you mean? I don't have to go get it? I'm supposed to get it. I'm supposed to take action. I'm supposed to do this and this and this and this and this. Do you hear the overwhelm in that, right? You're overwhelming yourself with this healing to-do list. You have to, right? You're needy, and you're desperate, and you're trying, right? And you're doing, and you're wearing yourself out. So just sit in this moment and look around, right? What's to receive in this moment? Maybe in this moment, right now, there's breathing fresh air. There's nature. There's the ability to just sit down quietly and meditate. Maybe you can hug someone. Maybe you can connect to your feelings and cry. Maybe you can feel that thing from your past that you've buried for so long. All that fear, all that pain, all that shame, all that loneliness, and you can just sit with it. Sit with your child, right? Maybe that's available to you right now in this moment. Maybe a good, clean diet, something you already have in your house, is available to you. Maybe you can blend it or juice it or eat it or grill it or whatever it is, right? What's available to you just right now? Well, the thoughts you think are available to you. What are you thinking? Maybe you can slow it down instead of speed it up. How is health available to you right now? Because we are just this moment. And what happens is we get caught up in our past story of I tried and I failed and it didn't work and this happened to me and it wasn't fair, and right, there's a past story, and many of you, including myself, I have been there. I have had hundreds of practitioners And when they've talked to me or when they've said things like I'm saying now, I've thought to myself, well, you don't know my story. You don't know how bad it was. You don't know, like, you've never heard this story, right? This is worse. This is more. You're almost fighting for your limitations. You're almost fighting to be the most unique, the most sick, the most injured, the most victimized, the most broken. You're almost fighting to keep that past story alive, but the truth is the past is over. The past doesn't exist. It's fiction. Anything in the past is just a story, right? Because it's no longer here. Yes, it happened, right? And we honor it and we feel it and we process it, but it's not real anymore. The past is no longer real. It's a story that we're holding on to. So it's just nothing. It's nothing. So when you're sitting there saying, but you don't know my story, that's all it is. It's a story. And stories don't exist. They're not real. Stories are in the past, right? They're gone. They're fictional. They're not here. They no longer exist. All that exists is you right now in this moment, and you're the same as everybody else right now in this moment. If you cut everything that happened to you, everything that you've tried, all your failures, everything that's gone on, everything that is wrong, it is all a story. And if you cut that all out, just cut it out, it's in the past and you're here right now, then you will see that you're the same as everybody else. And you're saying, yes, but I'm suffering here. I'm feeling this here and nobody else is feeling that. And I understand what you're saying. But let the past go and stay in the moment. I feel this in the moment. What can I do, right? Instead of frantically, what can I do? I know I just said, what can I do? But how do I fix this, right? Instead of frantically, how do I fix this? How can I achieve this? How can I make this go away? It's more like, how can I receive health? What can I do to receive health? How can I be more in alignment with health, more in alignment with healing, right? Because the first thing that I said was, how do I get it? How do I achieve it? How do I stop it? Right? You're fighting yourself. You're trying to climb something. You're putting so much effort and energy into this. It's tiring. It's a fight. It's a struggle, right? Take a breath. When you're here in this moment, you say, how can I receive? What's already here? What is already in here in this moment that is real, that's more in alignment with health and healing? And how do I receive that energy, which is a gentler energy? It's a slow energy. It's a peaceful energy. It's an allowing energy. It's an accepting energy. I accept the reality of this moment, whether I like it or not. And how do I receive something better in this moment, right? We're not going to the future, 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 1 year from now. We're staying right here. What healing is available for me right now? We let our past go. We let the story go. We let the fear of the future go. We stay in this moment. And instead of frantically trying to do or achieve or get or stop or be, you just allow. You accept. You breathe in the alignment of what you're looking for. How do I breathe in more health? Right? How do I have more energy of healing? Right? What is the energy? What is the feeling of healing? The feeling, right? It's not angry or mad or sad or destroyed or helpless or hopeless or victimized. It's not those things. The energy of healing is healed, right? The energy of healing is peaceful, it's calm, it's connected, it's content, it's acceptance, it's love, right? It's all of these energies, which is what we're looking for. How can you feel more of that in this moment? Okay, so just take a breath here. Let's take a moment. Okay, so right now, I want you to connect to the source of healing, the source, whoever that source is for you of the universe, the source of healed, the source of healing. Just connect to that source ask, in this moment, how can I receive more healing? And you're just gonna get one thing at a time. Maybe it says breathe, or maybe it says go for a walk, or maybe it says cry, or maybe it says drink a juice. But you don't have to plan it out. You don't have to plan out the whole day, the whole regimen. You're just in this moment. How can I receive more healing right now? Right? Go for a walk. Meditate. Lie down. Throw your to-do list away. Hug your husband. Kiss your daughter. Cuddle your dog. Right? You just listen. You listen. And it'll give you one thing to do. Go do that thing. Receive what you're able to receive in that moment. Until that moment is done, there's no hurry. There's no rush to get through that moment and on to the next thing. We're always running when we're chasing healing, right? We're going from one thing to the next. Okay, that didn't work. What's next? Right? Cross that one off my list. That didn't do anything. That's not like this. It's how can we heal? Go pet your dog. So you go and you pet your dog and you receive everything that you can out of that moment. Petting your dog, all the healing that's there. You just stay with it. You just sit with it. This is the moment. There's no past stories. They're gone, right? They're gone. There's no future to worry about. We're in the moment. We're connected to the source of healing, right? How can I receive more healing energy right now? And then when we feel that is over, when that is done, we just sit. And when we're feeling restless, we're feeling that inner sadness, that inner turmoil, what can I do right now to feel more alive, more vibrant, more health? What can I do right now, right? To connect more to the source of healing. It's about staying in the source of healing. Healing is about feeling the energy of healing. Healing is healing. It's this is a very odd video, but it's being connected to the source of what is healing. What is healing energy? What is that source of healing? What does it feel like in my body? What does it look like in my mind, right? How do I recognize it? Just spend some time meeting and introducing yourself to this healing source. What does it feel like? How does it wrap you in love, in acceptance, in serenity? Healing energy wraps us up. It makes us cozier. It's like we're home, right? We're home. It's an energy of home. Where have you felt that before? I know, as a child in your mother's arms, feel this love, feel this acceptance, feel this peace, right? This is healing. We need to connect more to healing. So rather than chasing healing, rather than putting healing on our to-do list, rather than going down the list and randomly trying to heal, we receive healing, right? We sit in the moment and receive the healing that's available to us already in the universe. It's already here. How can we connect to it? And maybe we can't heal all at once. That's fine, but how can we connect to it? How can we start to connect and form a relationship with the source of healing? So I want you to think about this because it's very, very important, and I missed this for a long time. I missed this in my own journey for a long time. I was too busy chasing healing, but I wasn't receiving healing. So I want to tell you a story about the river I just showed you. I just walked past that river. So all summer, it has been a very, very dry summer. Hardly any rain this summer, which is very unusual for where I live. Anyways, this riverbed that I've walked past all summer long, right? I've walked by it for 2.5, 3 months now, has been dried up. It's been rocks. It's been barely, I mean, I could walk out there and just walk across this dried out riverbed. Okay, it's a dried out riverbed. Oh, somewhere it was the cutest little dried out riverbed with all these rocks, and you could walk out there and just a little bit of stagnated water, a trickle here. It's a very, very old riverbed that looked like there was no life to it, right? Nothing. I walked by it. I enjoyed looking at it every day. And it was just an old riverbed. Okay, I walked by the riverbed today after a big rain last night. You can see puddles on the ground here, right, where I am. And the riverbed is, you saw it, right? It's rushing. It's full. The river is full, and it is coming down this once dried out riverbed like it was always there, right? The riverbed is receiving this water, right? And it was always there. This river was always there, but I didn't see it until today. So what's the significance of this? That dried riverbed was how we feel, right? Our emotions, our life, everything's dried up, it's stalled. We don't see the water. We don't see the healing. We don't see the love. We don't see the abundance. We don't see all the possibilities, all the billions and billions and billions of possibilities before us. There's so many infinite possibilities available to you, but you only see what you see. You see this dried up riverbed. You see the same patterns day in and day out, right? We're seeing our life from past stories, from the stuck energy that we're in, from lack, from negativity, from shame, hopelessness, helplessness, scared, anger, fear, right? We have all these emotions. This is the dried up riverbed. The abundance, the love, the joy, the healing, the health, the vibrance, the possibilities, the fulfillment is all there available to us, right? It's there. That river is there. It can flow. Looks like it was never a dried up riverbed. It looks like it was always there, right? And it changed overnight, just like that. Just like that. Now we had a huge storm. It rained all night. It thundered, it lightning. We lost power. I mean, this rain came, but the riverbed was there to collect it, right? That riverbed knew what to do. The river knew what to do, knew where to go. It's flowing as if it's never stopped flowing. And the river's rushing with life, with abundance, with possibility, right? With everything, with healing. So why am I telling you this? So in this moment, healing is available to you, right? Whether the riverbed is dry or the riverbed is flowing, the riverbed exists. The riverbed is the present moment. It doesn't matter whether it's empty or whether it's rushing. Right? The healing is available to you. It's available to you. It is here. It never goes away, right? Look around. Stop blocking healing. Stop trying to think of a million ways to heal yourself that is actually blocking the actual healing that's available to you here right now. What are you doing? Why are you blocking healing? Right? You're getting your list, you're getting up, you're saying, I need to heal, I need to heal. I need to, do this, do that, do this. Do you hear that energy? It's not healing energy, right? You're blocking healing. You're trying to heal by literally you're going further away from healing as you work yourself up into a frenzy, as you bring your past stories with you of failure and why it never works and helplessness and hopelessness and franticness and stress and tension. You bring this with you all day long as you try to heal. And you're missing the healing energy that's available to you right now, right? The riverbed is there. The potential for healing and abundance and everything for you to receive is here right now, right? So why do we do this? Why do we chase healing? And we chase healing in a way that we're actually pushing away healing. Well, we chase the idea of healing because we're doing something. We're running in a direction. We're really running not towards healing like we think we are. We're running away from suffering. We're running away from pain. We're running away from symptoms. We're running away from our feelings that we don't want to feel. We're running away from trauma. And we're saying, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to just sit and to experience you and to feel you. So I'm going to distract myself with all these things that I think I need to do in order to heal, and keep my mind busy and keep myself busy. And literally, like a hamster on a treadmill, you're running from yourself. You're running from the feelings. You're running from the trauma. You're running from just being here right now and being big enough to handle what's here in the present moment, right? Fear keeps you running away from the thing, the pain, the suffering, the feelings, the emotion, the physical pain. It keeps you running away. And we say we're running to health, but we're not. We're running away from pain. If we were running to health, we would just sit down where we are and allow ourselves to feel the pain, to feel the suffering, to feel the emotions, to feel the trauma, to feel the wound, and to be with it now. Because I believe in meditation, I believe everything is a trauma, is a wound. So you experienced something at some point that was too big for you, too big for you. And that is your old story. It was too big for me. It was too much. And that's literally true in cases. I don't know whether it was an age thing or whether it was an emotional readiness, but something happened to you at some point in your life that was traumatic because it was just too big for where you are at in that moment in life to be able to handle. Okay? And then you shut down. You run because you're scared. You shut down because you don't know what else to do. Right? You break because you're terrified. You're alone. You can't handle it. You are smaller than what's happening. And we repress these things and they stay with us. Let's say that you saw someone murdered when you were 5, and this was a trauma that stayed with you. That is too big for that 5-year-old person. They experience it. They experience the horror, the shock, the guilt, the shame, the fear, the helplessness, that whatever it is that they experienced in that moment. It's too big for them. It's too much. They're not ready. And your body says, I'm going to store this trauma in your body. It's always there with you now. I'm going to store it for you as a way to protect you because you're not ready yet. And when I feel like you're ready, maybe you're ready when you're 20, okay? You're going to be emotionally and physically and spiritually capable to deal with this when you're 20. For now, I'll store it in your body. So years go by, you feel lonely, you feel scared, you live your life in fear, you live your life with all these emotions because it's in there. But we're not yet ready to look at it. It's being stored deep down somewhere in us. And so we go through first grade and second grade and third grade and college and suddenly we're 20 and it comes up. It comes out. This fear starts to rule our life. It comes up to the surface. So it's not coming up to destroy you. It's coming up because you're finally ready to see it, to process it, to deal with it, to handle it, right? To interpret it, to sit with it, to be with it now. So now we need to, when it comes up, don't run from it. Don't go look for healing. Like, what do I do about this? I'm so scared. It's going to destroy me. It's going to destroy my life. And you're spending your time running and trying to heal yourself and fix yourself and going to therapy and doing this and doing that, when really all it wants you to do, it's coming up now. It's ruining your life now. It's so intense now because it's ready to be seen by you. And when you turn away from it, right, pretending to heal, running towards healing, but really you're just running away from the fear, the smallness, the old story that you're too small to handle it when you're not now. And what we need to do is sit with that trauma, sit with that suffering, sit with that pain, sit with your pain, your physical pain, your symptoms, your fear, your abandonment, your loss, your guilt, your shame, your feelings that are coming up day in and day out, and they're coming up because they now want you to look at them. And you're ready to look at them. So stop creating a to-do list for healing and heal. Sit with it. Sit with yourself in this moment and feel it. That's all it needs to be do. It needs to be seen by you, not by a therapist, not by a friend, not by your spouse, by you. It needs to be seen by you. It needs to be felt by you. You can give yourself the gift now of being with your inner child who didn't have the capacity to deal with it at the time, and you can help them through it now. And that's what healing is, right? It's not, for the longest time, I didn't realize that healing wasn't about running away from or running towards this fictional healing, but it was staying in place and sitting with what is real and what comes up and what needs to be seen and what needs to be loved and what needs to be felt and what needs to be experienced, right? What needs to be accepted and loved. And just say, I am big enough now, because in this moment, you are everything. You are big enough. You're big enough to handle it, to feel it, to experience it, to see it, just sit with it, and to not leave, to not abandon it, to not go away. And eventually, it will go away because it knows you're there. So sit with it. Get comfortable. Settle in. Allow it. Accept it. And don't sit with it in fear, right? Or in anger. Don't resist what is happening, but allow it. Allow the full experience of it to happen for you to experience, because you can handle it. You're big enough. And remember, how can you access the healing in this moment? How can you tap into the healing? We're not sitting with it so that we can create more of it, and so that we can just feel the fear and continue to be fearful. We're saying, I feel this fear. This is what fear feels like. Where's healing? What does it feel like? How do I know when I experience healing? What does healing feel like? What does it feel like in my body? How can I receive healing in this moment of fear, or in this moment of anger, or in this moment of pain, in this moment of suffering, in this moment of uncomfortable or helplessness or hopelessness, discomfort? How can I receive healing right here, right now? You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. We just have to tap into the healing that is around you, the healing that's available for you to draw on right now, in this moment that you're trying to run away from and trying to avoid and trying to change and trying to fix and trying to solve. So I hope this video has been helpful. And I will see you in the next video.